systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the SHIPIT Nation PGA show here for the Zurich Classic here. And it's a team event. It's a little bit unique. The contests around the industry are a little bit smaller, I'd say, but still pretty big in comparison to some of the other sports going on. So we'll go through, talk about some of these teams, talk about the format a little bit, and see if we can find a way to the winner's circle this week. Going solo, my guy Tambo is he's on the move, moving houses this week, so he'll be back next week. But for today, just me solo. And like I said, we're going to kind of go through, talk about some of these pairings, talk about the format. So this is going to be a little bit of a first look / Tuesday, Wednesday show that we typically do, and then obviously get on over to shipitnation.com and get all the content as it goes up here throughout the week. And some stuff already up. Our guy Lee Aldrich gets his stuff up nice and early. The value report, the course fit tools already updated. So get on over to Ship Nation and check that out. Appreciate everyone joining in. First in is our guy Brian Minote, if that's how you pronounce it. So he had Thigala, Clark, and Post and outright bets at RBC. Probably gonna have to avoid outrights if Scotty's in the field moving forward. Yeah, man. I mean, it is super impressive what this guy's doing, Scotty Scheffler. I mean, Tiger Woods like. I mean, it's a very impressive run, and started out slow last week. I think a lot of people were thinking Masters hangover, and then just kicks it into gear round 2 through 4 and just dusts the field. Just very, very impressive what he has going on, but not in the field this week. So it gives other guys opportunity to potentially get the win. Greg, SJ1, what's good, Hoopster? Yeah, it's good day. I cut the grass yesterday. I did not post a picture because the lawn's looking a little rough early on in the season. But moving forward, every week when I get out there, cut the grass, it puts me in a good mood, gets the week started out right. I'll get some of those pictures flowing. We've got a lot of rocket launch emojis. So yeah, let's kind of hop into it. Before, we got a couple items. Tambo's typically the guy in the show that does the marketing notes. He did send me his notes, so I'm going to relay them to the people. Millie15 is still active. One thing you can do is go back and check out that interview we did with C. Hearn. I mean, just a phenomenal guy, just a nice guy. He went through his process. We hit him up with the questions about the sweat and what his plans are moving forward. So go back on our YouTube channel and make sure you check out that interview that we had with him. And if anyone uses that Millie15 code, we'll be doing a giveaway for $250, and then another $250 giveaway to anyone that uses the annual or uses that code for an annual or an all access package. And then the 15% off discount that we kind of have going on, pretty steady here, is going to be gone at the end of this month. So the 6 month and the all access prices will go up to $389 and $699. So it's the last chance to get in for a discounted rate. So get on over to shipnation.com, use that promo code Millie15, gets you that 15% off. And a lot of people that use that code ask the question, hey, does that 15% off apply month after month, week after week, 6 month after 6 month? Yeah, it sticks with you as long as you don't cancel. So Millie15 is the code to use. Last couple notes here, hit the like and subscribe, helps us out a ton on this channel. So this format's a little funky. It's played in a team of 2, and on DraftKings, they don't even allow you to play the same guy. So if you play, for example, right here, if you play Patrick Cantlay, you can't have Xander. I wish they'd just do it differently. Just one run. I'm sure they can't because of the back end stuff. But if Cantlay and Schauffele were just one player, make it so much easier. But you can only put one in your lineup. I'll show you what happens if you try to put in 2, just so you know when you go to build your teams. There's no one that cheap. Let's come way down here, put it 6K6. You get a little error message. Lineups for this game style can have a maximum of 1 partner per team. Please fix before continuing. So it doesn't even allow you to go ahead and play 2 guys. So that's good. But it's kind of annoying when it comes to roster construction because or depending on how many teams you're building, or if you're hand building, you might accidentally click two guys from the same team. So it's a little bit of a funky week, but all our content is going to remain relatively similar. We'll have the stone up, we'll have our projections, ownership up, tier rankings, core plays, player pool, all that sort of thing. So again, another reason to get on over SHIPITnation.com. All right, let's go through some of these teams and talk through it. Top team in terms of Vegas odds and projections in general is going to be Cantlay and Schauffele, 11-2. They play well together. They've had success here, obviously, in the past, and the price is not all that prohibitive. You put in one of the guys, and then you're still at almost 7,800 per spot. So clearly, strong team, strong option, should be pretty popular. They're 4.5 to 1 to win this event. That's kind of Scotty Scheffler esque numbers, which is kind of funny to say, but that's where we're at. Scotty's coming into these events like 4 to 1 to win, and this is a smaller number, obviously, when you start partnering these guys up. But Cantlay and Schauffele, will most likely be a priority for me. I haven't built any teams. We'll see what it looks like, but I don't see how it would be difficult to get to that team. Rory and Shane Lowry. With the stuff with Rory, I don't know, man. He's not playing very well at all. I don't love him. Like, if I'm deciding between, Rory and Shane or getting up to Cantlay and Schauffele, I'm just going to find the money to get up to Cantlay and Schauffele or go lower. I like the teams below, like Theegala and Zalatoris. That's a very interesting pairing, 10-3. I think they can do a lot of damage. And I should say the way this works, it goes like 4-ball and then scramble or whatever it's called. I'm not familiar with the terminology, but the alternate shots or play your own ball, they rotate each round essentially. So the last group in the 10K range, Morikawa and Kitayama. Morikawa seems to be rounding into form a little bit, played well back-to-back weeks at the Masters and then at the RBC. In this range, in the upper 10s, I definitely want as much Cantlay and Xander as possible. Second favorite option is going to be Theegala and Zalatoris. And then, I don't know, I don't love the Rory Lowry pairing or the Morikawa Kitayama, so I'll have to see how much I can get of each. And if you guys have questions along the way, definitely fire them in the chat. Speak is a changing formats, and yeah, exactly. It's something behind the scenes why they can't put the guys together. It's just like as one team, makes it somewhat annoying, but it is what it is. I think you might be right. I think they did have it at one point, a pairing. They went back, I believe, for some reason. Definitely a week to leave salary on the table. I mean, you can kind of make the case most weeks to leave some salary on the table. This week, definitely in play. No one on this, but when Action Cantlay won this 2 years ago, that seems like the last time. Yeah, it's very possible. Cantlay's kind of rough stretch, to be honest with you. What did he do last week? Yeah, okay, finished third. Yeah, so kind of bounced back, but it had been a while since you needed Cantlay in your lineups. Pam has the answer. 2 and 4 are the alternate shot rounds, and then 1 and 3 would be like the full-on scramble, best ball, whatever the hell you call it. I don't know the proper terminology. Into the 9K range, you got the Fitzpatrick brothers, Matthew and Alex. I believe, is it Alex? Yeah, Alex. He's been, I think, playing pretty well, I saw. Yeah, it's the top 20s on the World Tour, it seems like. 23rd. I believe this team played pretty well last year at this event. Got a Canadian group and Connors and Pendrith, Hoagie McNeely, another Canadian group, Taylor Hadwin, Hogard brothers, and then Garnett Straka. Man, it drops off quick. I mean, it drops off very, very fast. This is not an elite field, but you can make the case for Fitzpatrick. You can make the case for the Connors group. You can make the case for Hoagie, McNeely, Taylor, Hadwin, Hogards. But man, after that, it does drop. 9K for Bryce Garnett and Sepp Straka. So this is where I see a pretty big drop off. Hogard brothers, you have to imagine, playing with your brothers got to be a comfortable pairing. 9,100. There's definitely some upside there. I think it does drop off. My favorite group in this range, man, that 2 guys I love playing, the Hoagie and McNeely pairing. That looks definitely tasty to me at 9,400. That'll be my favorite in this range. And then maybe the Fitzpatrick brothers as number 2. But I will say, again, I think there is a drop-off after the Hogard brother pairing, Garnett and Straka, $9K. That's big boy price tags for those guys. Stanger's in here. I haven't got that low yet. Ross said Stanger's in there. Man, that'd be exciting. We'll get down there. Hopefully it's a nice cheap price tag. So if Garnett and Straka are $9K, you have to imagine we get into the $8Ks, it's going to look pretty ugly. Horschel coming off the big win, I guess, at the Punta Cana last week. I believe he dusted the field, 23 under. Him, Tyson Alexander, not a ton of interest. I do low-key kind of like this Keith Mitchell and Damon pairing. That one kind of stands out to me in this range. We have Montgomery and Ben Griffin. Montgomery is always going to kind of be appealing to me in these sort of formats with his ability to putt so well. 8,700, yeah, somewhat interesting. Hostler, Ryder, I think is fine option. Dietrich, McIntyre, man, Bobby Mack has just hurt our feelings all season long. Just cannot get anything going. 8,500, I don't think I can do it. Ryan Lipsky, don't hate that. Kim, 8,300. Berger and Victor Perez at 82. Davis Thompson and Novak at 81. Putnam, Highsmith, and then Higo Fox. I will definitely have some Higo Fox. I know it has not been great for Higo. Fox did kind of, bounce back a little bit at the Masters with that 38th. I mean, he was up there for a while. So yeah, Higo Fox for sure. Thompson Novak stands out, 8,100. The Daniel Berger stuff, I don't know if I can get there at this point. I think it's going to be Rye Lipsky in this sort of range here. Coming up, like Damon and Mitchell definitely stands out, like I said. Taylor, Montgomery, Griffin. I think Montgomery in this sort of format with putting being important, I think he's definitely a guy that I want to play. So when you take price and everything into consideration, I think Thompson, Novak is my number 1 here. Keith Mitchell, Damon, probably 2. And then I just come down to like, I don't know, maybe Higo and Ryan Fox. So that's all the way through the 8K range, and it's going to get ugly. I mean, it's certainly going to get ugly. We're going to have to take some oh, man, I see a pairing that I know I'm definitely playing. Oh, well, I'll get there. All right. Just a reminder, Millie 15 code runs out at the end of this week. Watch that video, myself, Tambo with C. Hearn. Great story of him winning the Millie. Phenomenal interview and a really good guy, family guy. It was really cool to sit down and talk to him. Just want to get the exact date on when the Millie 15, maybe it doesn't, it's still active. I guess we haven't announced an expiration date on that, but the overall 15% will go away at the end of the month. So we're no longer going to be offering a discounted rate just naturally on our price tags. Those will be going up. All right, let's get into the 7K range, see what we can find. Hit the like and subscribe in this video. We definitely appreciate it. Ack got her up. I just have not been playing got her up all that much, to be honest with you. You guys definitely keep putting some questions in the chat. I'll get to those questions, once we go through these tiers. Olson and Wallace, Kevin Yu, CT Pan. That's one I will play. Kind of stands out. Gary Woodland, Lee Hodges. It's been tough for Woodland for sure. Hodges had a little bit of a decent run, but Woodland's a tough click for me. I said there's a group that kind of stood out that I saw at the bottom of this range, and yeah, Taylor Moore and Neesmith. I just have to play that group. I've been riding Taylor Moore. Didn't do great last week. Shot the 74 in round 4, but just continues to make cuts. And in this weaker field, I think he could definitely do some damage. Sig and Chess and Hadley, maybe. Kuchar, the two old dudes together. Kuchar and Stricker, 7,500. Don't have much interest. Man, it does fall off quick. You're going to have to really embrace some of these nasty dudes. Man, Riley Hall, Dylan Wu and Justin Lauer, I think, could be a play for me. Carson Young, Ben Martin, I will have some exposure to those guys. Norman Campillo at 73, I think, somewhat interesting. Yeah, Smalley and Schmid, definitely like that group at 7,200, right? 72. Yeah, that's a cheap price tag. I mean, if these are the names in the 7, I can't imagine what sort of names we're going to have down here in the 6K range. Let's see, Hubbard and Brem. I could play them at 7K. Definitely always like Hubbard. Brem, I believe, is kind of a boomer bust type play. I don't mind that. It's going to get ugly, though. It definitely already is ugly. The groups that kind of stand out to me in the 7K range, definitely more in Neesmith. Maybe I could get on the list in Norlander. Ben Martin, Carson Young. I'll play those guys. Streelman and Laird, man, they're like the same dude. I'm not playing that combo. But Norman, Campillo, I'm in on. Smalley, Schmidt, I'm definitely in on at 72. It's kind of go collect. It gets ugly, man. This is tough. Solo show, and we got to talk about the 6K range. It's going to be very difficult once we get down here. Man, let's just see what we can find, because there's a lot of teams down here from 69 and below. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure that out too. Like, who the heck are some of these guys? Eric Cole, and where is Cole? Because I do want to see. I noticed that earlier. Cochran, Cole, and Cochran. Maybe it's just because their names, or maybe it's like it got to the point where it's alphabetical order. Like, you don't have a partner, now you're with the dude that's last name is closest aligned to you or something. Cole, Cochran. How much is that group? 66. It's his accountant. Yeah, very possible. I mean, that's a random guy I've never heard of. Let's see, here he is. Russ. Oh, he's old too. Russ Cochran at 66. Where does he play? Oh, he's on the Champions Tour. How did Eric Cole get lined up with this dude? That's incredible. Eric Cole's kind of like a up and coming name, and he's paired with a champion. Maybe it's his like uncle or something, or his dad's friend. Who the hell knows? All right, let's see if we can find his financial. Is it really? I mean, because someone has said that his accountant and then the financial advisor. Is that legit, or is that like a joke? Yeah, either way, it's funny. 6,900. All right, the first group that I think I'd have some interest in. I mean, you're just throwing darts at a board essentially. Coles and Kazire, 69. Malnati and Knox can't do that. Like, if you're looking for a boomer bust like Cameron Champ, Dafu, okay, yeah, I'd potentially get on that. The Springer guys had some decent finishes. Cole and Cochran, still hilarious. Is that legit? And I know a couple people have said it, the accountant, financial advisor. That's just so funny. Champions Tour guy sucks on the Champions. Like, how could you play this group, Eric Cole and Cochran? I mean, he has like a 60-year-old dude with him that sucks on the Champions Tour. Like, how the hell are they going to have success at this event? Like, no way. Buckley and Spawn, that's a group I'm interested in. 66. Cootie brothers together at 66. Streb and Troy Merritt. Let me think about that one for a sec. Yeah, can't do that. Definitely can't do that. Ooh, Long and Whaley. Used to love playing Whaley. Used to love playing Long. 6,500. They both have been absolute shit. Oh, hang on. We got a 23rd for Mr. Whaley last week. Long, 43rd. So they both made the cut. Yeah, I kind of like that. Cochran, 65. Yeah, I told you in the 60s. Callum Tarrant and Skins. That's tough. Fishburne and Blair. Yeah, I got to pass on that. Where is Stanger? Did I pass Stanger? Where's my guy Stanger? Okay, 65. Let's go back. Stanger. Yeah, I don't mind that pairing either. Stanger and Dumont. He's like a boom bust type dude, I believe. 23rd last week. So he's doing well at these like random shitty events. Like, maybe he bounces. Yeah, Stanger and Dumont for sure. 6,500. Just come back to him. Toasty. How does Toasty? How does he end up with Ted freaking Potter Jr.? Like, what? Look at that picture of Ted Potter. Wow. Interesting. Seeing if there's anything else down here. Yeah, you come in the 6K range. I mean, it's literally just random. I mean, you're just playing guys to make everything else work. It's a very, very tough week because, again, there's substantial drop-offs. Like I noticed early on after the Hogarth brothers, it's like Garnett and Straka at 9K. You're paying 9K for that pairing. It's so tough. And yeah, again, in all honesty, I think it's a good week to scale back a little bit. You don't need to play for a ton of money. You don't need to, sink your bankroll at the Zurich freaking Classic. Like, we got some big boy events coming up. Let's just pump the brakes. If you have a strong read on something, yeah, for sure. But man, if you're not feeling it this week, do not hesitate to scale it back a little bit. It's definitely a tough one and just very random when you have this sort of format. Now I'm going to go through some of these questions again. If you have any more, just fire them in here because it's tough to talk about this event. I'm not going to lie. All right, we'll go back to what do you think of the Canadians this week? Yeah, I mean, I like those pairings, like Connors, Pendrith, Nick Taylor and Hadwin seem like a very comfortable pairing. Like that's one 90-200. Very interested in that. I'm not sure if there's any other ones, but those are the more expensive ones, and definitely interested in both. But specifically the Taylor and Hadwin group, I think is solid. Acro got her up. Got her up is a name I just do not click ever, and I get this week's a little bit different. 7,900. It's just been so freaking bad, but I do like Acro. So potentially, what was the price again? 79. It's just I don't think I can do it at 79. If they're closer to 6, yeah, maybe 79. It's a tough one for me. Now we got into the Eric Cole conversation and his partner, and our guy Landon. Love the video. See Hearn hoop. Not trying to distract you from the golf, but I always want to know the thought process behind the Monday long cut. Most people like a fresh cut for the weekend. Very interesting that you said that because I typically don't cut on Monday, but it's like right now. So hit or miss, like, because it's just now starting to grow in. So I believe I cut it like a week and a half ago. So I'm on like a 10-day, in between cuts, and it's going to balance out here pretty soon where I'll be cutting it once a week. And I'm usually like a Wednesday or Thursday type guy. So it's either Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. I got to see how it plays out this season, but yeah, we're looking like a Wednesday, Thursday cut. I'll keep everyone posted. I'll start to get some pictures flowing on Twitter and Discord. Put in a lot of work yesterday, to be honest with you. Got a lot of the dead grass out of the way. Got some fertilizer down. Got some seed down. So I'm expecting big things by next week. And it's supposed to rain today, which is also such a bonus. When you cut the grass and then it rains the next day, especially if you get that fertilizer down and the seed, like there's very few better feelings in life. So very excited about the long cutting stuff. Juan and Dow can score big, might be worth a shot. What do you think? Yeah, more of the price range where I'm cool to take the shots, like 7K. Yeah, I'm interested in that. And I know Ryan's probably pretty upset because EVR is not in this field, so he's just looking for some other dudes to ride this week. The law practices of Cole and K. I mean, 100%. That's exactly what it sounds like. I would definitely assume that those dudes were lawyers practicing law together. Cole and Cochran. Got all your needs from car accidents to divorce. Cole and Cochran has you covered. Yeah, in on Stanger. Yeah, you get below the 6,500 number, it's freaking nasty down there. I mean, you're just it's just random. Just click random names, I guess, if you're going down there. Does Charlie Hoffman carry Nick Watney? Oh, gosh. If Hoffman's got to carry someone, that team's in trouble. I mean, that team is in big, big trouble. Yeah, Thursday is probably the nuts, to be honest with you. Lock in those golf lineups. Get out there. Cut the grass. I agree with you. Are you talking back hair or long hair when speaking of this Monday cut? Definitely long hair. I don't got the back hair yet. Hopefully I never get the back hair, but it's definitely long hair. Rory and Lowry a fade. Potentially, I might be off them this week. I got to see. Like once I start building, like if I got the choice here between finding the $500 extra and getting to Cantlay and Schauffele, I just have to do it. Rory's playing like shit, like absolute shit, and I like Thiegal and Zalatoris below. So I'll probably be underweight or fading Rory and Lowry. We'll see though when I go through and build all the teams. Then some more lawn care stuff. Thursday, I'm cut to fade the day one tilt in Discord. Yeah, honestly, that's a really good idea. Like, just lock button on those PGA lineups. You don't have to be in the Discord tilting with everyone. Check in around lunchtime and see where everyone's at. You avoid all the tilt. Definitely not a bad idea. Ignoring picks, any specific strategy related to a volatile event like that. My strategy is to play for less. Take some of the volatility out of play. It is a random event when you're relying on somebody else. Like each of these guys is relying on somebody else in some way, shape, or form. It just makes things random and a little more uncertain. So, yeah, I would say scale back a little bit. If you had to pick one team to win, who would you pick? I'm not going to say Cantlay or Schauffele because they're up there. I'm going to go with Nick Taylor and Hamlin. Take one of those Canadian teams. I know they got the chemistry, 9,200, two guys that can kind of pop. Taylor, when he's on, he has the ability to win events. So I like that for sure. So yeah, it's kind of where we're at. Like I said, all our content, some of it's already live. Majority of it will be live tonight, and everything else will be finished tomorrow. Again, it is a week where someone mentioned earlier, where a lot of people are just kind of taking it off and not putting in full effort and just putting lineups together and seeing what sticks. And if you put in the work this week and you think you found some sort of edge, maybe you have the advantage against the field. It's a tough week though, very volatile. So again, we'll have all our content up no later than tomorrow afternoon. Again, a lot of it's up. A lot of it will be going up this afternoon. Also please hit the like and subscribe on this video. We appreciate all the support, continued support in growing this channel and our community. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Good luck this week. Let's get some of those Ship It Nation logos to the top of the leaderboard. Have a good one.